guys, what's up? Oh my god, we're gonna do like the most massivest freaking book haul ever. Let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Woo! We got 27 books to review. Well, not review, but to do the book haul on. So we're gonna kind of like jump right in. I will just kind of put this out there. I'm sure some of you guys know that I work for a publisher, so that's where a lot of these books come from. Some of the books that I have are before they're completely proofed and that kind of stuff. I have a book here. There's no cover on it. This is rare. I think I only have like maybe 2 or 3 of these type of books. So that's kind of what we got. So we're going to jump in. I have no idea what half of these books are about, but we're going to try to go with it. We're going to do the best that we can. I will have links for all the books that I'm talking about in the description box below. It's going to be a lot, but let's jump in. Oh, and I'm gonna just mention that I'm drinking wine, so if I sound really stupid, that's why. But you know, it's Friday night, so what you gonna do? Alright, the first book that I have is called Hide and Seek. I got this book because I thought that the cover just looked cool. So I wanted it because the cover looked cool. You know, that's kind of how I roll. So, this says, as one of 9 siblings raised in the Deep South, plus-size PI Savannah Reed had experienced her share of family drama. That was enough for me. What? Yes, girl, the cover is awesome. And Southern and drama, family drama, I'm all about it. It says, Savannah and her husband have settled back in California, and life is slowly returning to normal, if normal means babysitting newlyweds, Tammy, and Waycross's incredibly fussy infant daughter. You know. Okay, so I guess that makes sense why there's like kids' toys and a kid's block and all that here. So we got this book. I don't really know a whole lot about this or the author, but we're going to give it a go. We'll give it a try. I'm actually going to just start throwing these books down on the floor because I have way too many to try to pile up on this little portion of my desk. Alright, this is one of the books I was talking about. This is called Lake Success. I've heard really good things about this book. It's been advertised a lot. Hopefully that means that the book is actually really going to be good and like people weren't just lying to, you know, appease a company or an author. But I have heard good things. First thing I see is I'm a moderate Republican, Barry said. Socially liberal. Alright, well, we'll see. Okay, I have no idea what this book is about, and I don't even have a cover, a jacket cover to tell me what it's about. So we're gonna go blind, like we're just gonna go blind with this book. But I have heard good things about the book, but I have no clue what it's about, honestly. But I have it and I'll read it, and when I read it I'll do a book review. And I'm starting to do that. I'm starting to do book reviews. I don't know if they're really any good. I don't know if I should add more to it, but I guess it's a learning process, right? We all have to start somewhere. So I'm gonna start and we'll kind of see where we're at. Alright, next book I got is called Mother American Night, and it says My Life in Crazy Times. It's about John Perry Barlow's wild ride with the Grateful Dead, and it's about his childhood and kind of like just his life, I guess. So that's what this is about. I liked the cover, so I picked up the book and I figured I'd read it. We have A Reckoning, a novel by Linda Spalding, and this is an uncorrected proof. See, that's kind of what I'm talking about. So today was like a end of the year, come and pick up a whole bunch of books. So I did. And then next week I think I get another 20 books. So I'm going to have all kinds of books to share with you guys. Alright, this right here, I liked it because, I don't know, I liked the cover. It was kind of clean looking, and it says, members of a Virginia family must come to terms with their slave-owning past as the Civil War approaches. And let's see what else goes on. Farm is run by 2 brothers who own the land, but his real mission is to distribute maps, compasses, and knives to the slaves who begin to escape, causing chaos on the farm and bitterness between the brothers. So that's kind of what that is. So it's kind of like during Civil War time, and you know, you've got one brother feeling one way and another brother that is feeling another way, and they're kind of like what the Civil War was, you know, brother versus brother kind of thing. So it's kind of what this book is about. So I think that'll be kind of interesting, especially because those of you who know me know that I live like in Civil War territory. I mean, we had a battle like basically happen in our yard. So, yeah. And we're really close to Gettysburg and all that good stuff. So this area is very rich in history, and they hold their history dear around here. The people who have been here for a while, they do. So, yeah. All right. The next book is Do This For Me. It's a novel by Eliza Kennedy. I have no idea what this is about. Let's see. I liked it because it was kind of like pink and purple and red lips, and it just felt girly, so I picked it up. All right, okay. So this says, Rainey Moore is a successful litigator with a perfectly scripted life. Perfect, that is, until an unexpected phone call detonates a bomb inside her marriage when Rainey learns that her beloved husband, Aaron, has slept with another woman. Oh my God. Drama. So we got this. We're going to read this. I'm not going to go through like the whole thing because honestly, when I get books, I tend to read like the first like 2 or 3 sentences and I'm like, okay, cool, like yes or no, like, or sometimes I can just like pick up little things. Like the one book, I think I probably picked up like Civil War, and I was like, and brothers, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get this book. So sometimes I just like really skim through. Anyway, okay, I got Small Country. I think I got this because the cover, and I liked the fonts on this book. I'm not even gonna lie, that's like probably why I picked it up, because I don't even think I read the back of it. No, I did not. It says, these are happy carefree days spent sneaking cigarettes and stealing Magnos, and he has a mischievous gang of friends transform their tiny cul-de-sac into a kingdom, but dark clouds are gathering over their small country, and their peaceful life will soon shatter when it's brutally hit by war and genocide. Small Country describes an end of innocence as seen through the eyes of a young child caught in history. Ooh, that actually sounds really interesting. So I'm kind of excited to read this one. This will be kind of cool, and it looks like it's a pretty easy read. I mean, it's like under 200 pages. See, okay, I was taking my books out of the bag and I'm like, I don't even remember picking this book up. I don't even remember seeing this book like ever in my entire life, but I guess I did. Secret Passages in a Hillside Town. I probably picked it up because I just like the cover, honestly. Yeah, because the back doesn't even tell you what it's about. In a small hillside town, disconnected a husband, constantly losing umbrellas. That's a weird thing. He's joined a film club. Uh-oh, an old flame has added him to Facebook. Drama. You know that's gonna be drama. And his life becomes more and more entangled with Greta, and his wife and son are dragged into the aftermath of a teenage romance. Cool. This is gonna be good. You guys, I'm excited to read this one. I think this is gonna be really good. I should like put this off to the side so like I know that I want to read this one like ASAP, because I think this will be good. I think it'll be really good. The best summer reads of 2018. I was like, what? I don't even understand this. So is this like multiple stories? I don't even know. But it said the best and summer reads, and so I just went with it. End. I sound like Danielle Steele right now. Yeah, I have no clue what this I have no clue what this is about. Dear reader, Judy Blundell won the National Book Award in 2008 for her YA novel, What I Saw and How I Lied. The High Season is her first novel for adults, and so is that what this is? The High Season? Is that what I'm reading? I don't even know. Advanced, yeah, I guess that's what oh yeah, okay. The High Season, that's actually what this book is. I still have no idea what the book is about though, but sometimes you just like to read stuff and it doesn't even matter what it's about. So I have no idea what this book is about. Anybody know what this book is about? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below if you know what The High Season is about. Oh, there's stuff back here. Let me read that. No matter what the world throws her way, at least Ruthie has the house lovingly renovated, located by the sea in a quiet village on Long Island. It is her nest egg, the retirement account shared with her ex-husband, the college fund for her teenage daughter. The catch: to afford her home, Ruthie must let go during the best part of the year. It's Memorial Day weekend and Ruthie has packed up her belongings to make her way for this summer's renters. I still have no clue what this book is about, but we have it. So now everybody's making fun of me because I got this book. It is Draw Your Day. It says the act of making art, even art that's not museum worthy, can make your life more mindful and meaningful. And I was going through it, I was actually reading some of the like little snippets in here, and I'm like, you know, even though like I can't draw and I probably have no desire to draw, I think this book could actually be a good thing in other aspects of your life. You know, kind of like being carefree and not being afraid to, you know, share your love of whatever it is with the rest of the world. I think it might actually be kind of cool. So, I don't know. We'll look through this book, and I'll let you know what I think, but I think it's kind of cool. This is like the first book I picked up today. Then we have the 12 Lives of, what is it? The 12 Lives. That's what it is. The 12 Lives. It's just real simple, Dawn. Real simple. All right, this is Samuel Hawley isn't like the other fathers in Olympus, Massachusetts, a loner who spent years living on the run. What? He raised his beloved daughter, Lou, on the road, moving from motel to motel, always watching his back. Now that Lou's a teenager, Hawley wants only to give her a normal life. In his late wife's hometown, he finds work as a fisherman while she struggles to fit in at a local high school. Growing more and more curious about the mother she never knew, she begins to investigate. Soon, everywhere she turns, she encounters the mysteries of her parents' lives before she was born. This hidden past is made all the more real by the 12 scars her father carries on his body. What? This sounds interesting. That sounds interesting. I think they should have had a better book cover for this, because I wouldn't have known like it was this interesting. That's actually kind of cool. And I'm looking at this. Oh, look at that. Wow. Look at the book. When you take the jacket off of it. Ooh, that is pretty. Yes, I love it. Okay. So, oh, I think that'll be a good one. This is called White Houses. And I don't have a cover for this one. This is one of the ones I told you I don't have a cover for. I have no idea what it is, but I was like, oh, White Houses. That sounds like very like countrified. And then I saw this and I'm like, interesting. So I have no idea what it's about. Oh, plus, this is a book I got a signature on. This is from the author. So I'd say this was during a book signing, and they probably didn't sell the book, and because it was signed, you know, we end up with those things. So, yeah, so we have that, and I don't have any clue what this book is about. Let me see if there's any indication. Yeah, I have no clue what this book is about, but I figured I'd get it, and I did, because, you know, it was free. So who can pass up a free book, especially when you're trying to build a library? Okay, oh, you guys, I'm excited I got this book. I did not want to pay for this book at all, and I'm glad that I didn't. But I will say that I listened to the book on audio version, and because I get a bunch of audiobooks for free too, and I was listening to it one day because I heard about the book. So the thing about this book is basically women have to wear a wrist, like a wrist counter on their wrist, obviously. Yes, babe. I was just interrupted by Greg showing me a video about a girl asking Siri how to get rid of crabs. I have no, I don't, why my life, why? This is why I drink. Okay. So Vox is it's a dystopian novel, and really it's about wearing a wristband that counts how many words you say per day. And there's a new president, and it takes place in the US, and there's a new president who comes in, and the whole thing is that he comes in and he's like, we don't want women to talk, so we're gonna slap a wrist on them, even babies that are like just first born. And if you hit 100 words per day, you start to get like this shock, and it's like this whole thing. And then she comes in and she like tries to save the world. So that's what this whole book is about. I had some problems with the book, and I still do. However, I was like, well, if the book comes along and I can get it for free, then I'll take it. Now, we get to order like 7 books 3 times a year, and I was like, I'm not gonna order it from one of those books unless there's absolutely nothing else. But if it's, we get 10 books a month, except for in December we get 20 books. So I was like, well, if it's in a bin or something like that, then I'll take it. But it was available today, so I took it. I do kind of like it, but I have some concerns with the way that she kind of put things out there. And she really pushes, like, she uses words that directly go to the current president of the United States. And then she was also very vocal about being like anti-Christian. So it's just kind of like concerning with some of the things that she did. And also she is an author from like the UK. So I don't know. I had some issues, but I did kind of like the book. I kind of liked the idea. I just think that she should have did it in a different way. But this is pretty good. Yes, honey. My husband's driving me crazy. Okay. The next novel is The Girls by Emma Cline. And once again, I kind of thought the cover was pretty cool, so I picked it up. Also, this little sticker right here says it's a signed copy. I didn't even know that. Yep, it sure is. It's a signed copy. There it is. There's a signature. So it is Northern California during the violent end of the 60s. At the start of summer, a lonely and thoughtful teenager, Evie, sees a group of girls in the park and is immediately caught by their freedom and careless dress, their dangerous aura, and abandon. So she's desperate to be accepted, and it looks like she basically gets in with the wrong crowd. So that sounds kind of interesting. So we've got this book. We will give this a good read. Okay, this book is called Clock Dance. This is by Ann Tyler. And this book, Willa Dren can count on one hand the defining moments of her life. In 1967, she's a schoolgirl coping with her mother's sudden disappearance. In 77, she is a college co-ed considering a marriage proposal. In 97, she is a young widow trying to piece her life back together. And in 2017, she yearns to be a grandmother, but isn't sure she ever will be. Wow, that sounds kind of interesting. So we'll go ahead and we will put this on our definitely must read list along with everything else. You know, I think I'm gonna have to retire early to read all my books. It's kind of what all these books are for, like retirement years, you know? Greg took me to see his aunt, and his aunt was living with her mother-in-law, and the mother-in-law was like in her 90s, and she read books like all the time, and she's like, you have to keep your brain like fresh. That's why you have to read. It's so important. Man, she'd love me right now. I'd be sending her all kinds of books. The next book is A Doubters Almanac. Once again, the cover. Look at that cover. That cover is so cool. I had to get it. So it says he grew up in the woods of northern Michigan in the 50s. He gives a little thought to his talent, but with his acceptance to UC Berkeley, he soon realizes the extent and the rest of his singular gift. California in the 70s is a seduction, opening Milo's eyes to the allure of both ambition and indulgence. The research he begins there will make him a legend. The woman he meets there and the rival he meets alongside her will haunt him for the rest of his life. Wow, what in the world happened? I still have no idea what this book is about, but I don't know. Sounds like it's probably got some stuff with it. Plus the cover is pretty cool, so we'll read it. This book was given to me. This was actually a book that I had sitting at my desk for a couple days. So this book was handed to me by a coworker because he made me mad and he was trying to make up for it, so he brought me a book. So this is what this is. This is William Cooper, The Rise of Conspiracy and the Fall of Trust in America. And it says faith in the government is at an all-time low, and political groups on both sides of the aisle are able to tout conspiracy theories as gospel, #fake news. In the order of the day, how did we get here? So that's kind of what this book explores, kind of the divide, and how are we all like even paying attention to the news? Honestly, like no matter what side, nobody's being truthful or honest about anything. I got this book. This is Homeland. This is another one I think I've had for a couple days sitting at my desk. I thought it was, once again, a cool cover. What? In the In one of the most praised and most successful literary novels, two families are pitted against each other by the ideology and terrorism of the separatist group ETA. Lifetime friends become bitter enemies when the father of one family is killed by militants, one of whom is a son from the other family. It's told in short sections, blah, blah, blah. I thought this sounded pretty cool when I saw it, so I picked it up. And like I said, I've had it for a couple days. We're coming down to the last bit of books. Oh my god, it feels like this is never ending. Okay, Paula McLean. This is Love and Ruin. That's what this book is. Love and Ruin. And I just thought it was like a really nice looking book, so I picked it up. This says, there's one thing I know for sure about completing the Paris life. It was that I was never going to write about Hemingway. I don't know what the heck. I have no clue what this book is about. What's this book about? I honestly have no clue what this book is about. I don't know. But it had a cool cover on it, so that's why I got the book. Oh, it's an advanced reader's edition. Oh, an advanced reader's edition from like this year because the book came out in May apparently. Yeah, I have no clue what this is about. So I'm just going to say that the book looked good. So I got it. This book, okay, once again, the cover got me on this one. So if you take a look, it says, when I spoke in tongues, and then this like really cool like picture. I don't know, I just thought it was cool. So it's a memoir. Jessica Wilbanks grew up in poverty in the backwoods of southern Maryland. Hello, I'm in Maryland. Ho! Natalie, girl, if you're watching, I'm looking at you. Okay, the Pentecostal church was the core of her family's life, but at 16, driven by a desire to discover the world, Jessica walked away from the church, trading her faith for freedom and driving a wedge between her and her deeply religious family. So when I saw this, it was like the front cover got me, and then I'm like, dude, she's from southern Maryland. I'm from Maryland, not southern, but I'm from Maryland. So well, technically I wasn't born here, but I've been here since I was 5, so that counts, right? Yeah. The Summer of Ellen. Once again, the book cover got me. This is Jacob, a middle-aged architect living in Copenhagen, is in the alcohol-soaked throes of a bitter divorce when he receives an unexpected call from his great uncle Anton, who is in his 90s and still lives with his brother Anders and their rural Jutland farm. So yeah, so I just read like the first sentence and a half, and I was like, cool. He's a drunk, he's going through a divorce. Heck yeah, I want that book. The Ladykiller. Death stalks the nightclubs of Tokyo. That's all I needed. I didn't need to read nothing else. I'm like, this sounds like a Dawn book. It just does. It says, by day a devoted husband and diligent worker, by night he moves through the shadow world of Tokyo's cabaret bars and nightclubs in search of vulnerable women to seduce and then abandon. That's why I got that book. The New Me. This is 30-year-old Millie just can't pull it together. She spends her days working a thankless temp job and her nights alone in her apartment, fixating on all the ways she might change her situation, her job, her attitude, her appearance, her life. Then she watches TV until she falls asleep and the cycle begins again. I was like, what? This sounds like real life. So I had to get it. Did y'all notice she's got a fly on her head? Just wanted to point that out. Alright, then I got The Execution of Justice. And I'm going to point out this. There's a wine glass and there's wine spilled on the floor. And that's probably why I picked up this book. A respected professor is dead, shot in a crowded restaurant in front of dozens of witnesses. The murderer calmly turned himself into the police. So why has he now hired a lawyer to clear his name? Interesting. I have no clue. So yes, babe, you can come in and give me some more wine. Okay, I feel sorry. Greg came to give me some more wine. I feel like I'm just trying to rush through this now because I'm getting down to the bottom of the pile and I just want to like explain all this. We have 4 more books. So we have Hater. It was like a short book and I was like, Hater? Hater begins from a simple premise that it's good to hate things, not people or groups or benign belief systems, but things. More to the point, it's good to hate the things everyone seems to like. So scan the clickbaiting headlines of your favorite website and you're likely to find that just about everything is supposedly what we need right now. We are victims of an unbridled, unearned optimism. So I got this book. I thought that sounded cool, and it's a short read, and I thought I could probably get through that and it would be good. Okay, Living Forever, Chic. This book, I kind of liked the cover, honestly, but I mean, you guys already know that about me. And I have no idea what it was about. I really liked the cover, so that's why I got it. How is it that French women over 40 cultivate such stylish lives? American-born fashion journalist Tish Jett has lived among the French for years. She shared their beauty secrets in her first book. Now she delves deeper, exploring how French women of a certain age embody and incorporate good habits and little luxuries into their day-to-day routine, and how you can too. So that's kind of what this is. Oh, eyes, exfoliants, masks. That's what I just turned to one page, and that's what it is. So okay, I kind of get that. Why do I flip to the page with the wine glasses? But I did, because you know that's my life. Next is a Bellevue Square, Michael Redhill. I probably honestly picked this book up because it was hardcover, and I was like, I want a hardcover book, so probably what I did. So let's see what this is actually about. Oh, and I think actually a girlfriend of mine told me that this is like a mystery book, a murder book, and it's supposed to be good. So it says, Jean Mason, she's never seen her, but others swear they have. Apparently her identical twin hangs out in Kensington Market, where she sometimes buys churros and drags an empty shopping cart down the street like she's looking for something to put in it. Jean's a grown woman with a husband and 2 kids, as well as a thriving bookstore in downtown Toronto, but she doesn't rattle easily, not like she used to. But after 2 customers insist they've seen her double, Jean decides to investigate. She believes at the crossroads of Kensington Market, a city park called Bellevue Square, although she sees no one who looks like her, it only takes a few visits to the park for her to become obsessed with the possibility of encountering her twin in the flesh. With the aid of a small army of locals who hang around the park, she expanded her surveillance, making it known that she'll pay for information of sightings. And it's something about her family facing death. This doesn't make sense, but it sounds interesting, so we'll read it. Okay, and our final book, The Silence of the Girls by Pat Barker. I don't know anything about this book, but I just have a feeling that it's going to be amazing. In a Greek camp, a woman watches and waits for the war's outcome. She was the queen of Troy's neighboring kingdoms. Let's see. I don't know. Sounds a little weird, but the cover is cool, so we'll give it a go. I have no clue. I'm so pathetic. Okay, so that is our massive book haul for the end of the month. And hopefully I'll get this up, I don't know, in a few days, so that you're not like, what are you talking about? It's like the middle of December. So, alright, we're going to go ahead and end this. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are interested in any of the books I mentioned, even though I don't even know, did I mention anything that made any sense to you guys? I hope I did. If you are interested in any of the books that I've mentioned here, the links will be in the description box below. Until next time, I will see you later. Sorry this was so long, but you know, it was a lot of books.